Hi, I'm Kate Hudson, and I'm here to share what you don't know about me. Down, like I'm down to do anything. Adventurous, maybe that would be one word. Loyal, and honest. I think what makes me angry is dishonesty and hypocrisy. Really simple things make me happy. Like a perfect day to me, the happiest day is like starts with being in nature, hiking, biking, mountain biking, whatever, skiing, and then ending like by a fire with a cocktail with my family, and then inevitably snuggling with my kids, and that's like that's a happy day for me. The career moment that's changed my life was definitely Almost Famous. I mean, that was the beginning. I was so young. I was 20 when we filmed it, and 19 and 20, right? And during that time. And so, and it just changed my life. So definitely Almost Famous. The best career advice I've ever been given was from Kurt, my dad. And it was, don't listen to the noise, work hard, do your best, put your best foot forward, and love something just as much that's outside of the industry. That was the best advice. A thrilling and hilarious whodunit that is a masterpiece by Ryan Johnson. In Glass Onion, I play Birdie J, and Birdie J is this fashionista, socialite type. She's very loud, very flamboyant, gets herself into a lot of trouble. And really it's because she so desperately needs to feel loved or feel like the center of everyone else's world. She always finds herself in hot water. I feel like I'm doing all my dream jobs because I do more than one thing. I love to act. I love to tell stories. I love to produce. I want to direct. But if I was to go into like a completely different, I guess, maybe some kind of crafting type thing, like I would make candles and lotions and skincare. Like I'd get into like making jewelry. I'd probably craft. The one book that I would never tire of reading would be Shantram. I love that book. It's one of my favorite novels of all time. And I've read that twice, but it's really long. And I'm a really slow reader. So like, it's of course, one thing I love to do is read, and it takes me forever, which I'm learning how to be a faster reader. That's actually really exciting. There's ways to do that. If you're a slow reader, like look it up, because there's some cool ways to get into reading faster. But I'd say Shantram. What's the one song that always gets me dancing? It's not just one song. I love music too much. Any questions that have to do with like, what's your favorite album or what's your favorite song? It's too hard. Lately, for me, I think the artist that makes me want to dance is always The Weeknd. And I just think that, his songwriting ability, the teams that he works with, are so good. It's so good. Like, when I hear the production of The Weeknd, I'm like, I think my friends make me a party trick sometimes. They just make me sing all the time. Like earlier this year, I showed up at my friend's a big Super Bowl dinner that he was having, and he made me sing the national anthem, and I was literally like, no, stop it, but my friends just always make me sing, and it's funny. My mom used to do that too, so I guess I'm their party trick sometimes. I have a ton of guilty pleasures, whether it be just brainless television that I love so much, like just any of those shows, Love is Blind, any Bachelor, all of it. Like I'll watch it. Selling Sunset, Buying Beverly Hills, like forget it. I'm watching it. The weird thing is I never got into the Real Housewives, or the Kardashians, which everyone thinks is like, that I guess is the ultimate guilty pleasure television, but I don't really know those ones. Food-wise, guilty pleasure would be French fries. I can't say no to a French fry. I love them so much. I mean, for me, a home. A recent one which was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I had to have it. I did buy myself a Gabriella Hearst jacket that was exorbitantly expensive, and I just needed it. I just knew that I'd have it for the rest of my life. It's like a coat. It's a fringed, like camel color coat. That's just, I mean, she's my favorite. I love her. One of the best things I learned was very early on was how to like pop the eye open, you know, and kind of whether it be inside the eye line, you know, putting liner, and then that was like when I was really young. But the biggest was before everyone was doing all these ice things, you know, was ice. I mean, I always put my face in ice when I was making movies. I'd like put my whole face in. I actually learned that. I heard about that from Paul Newman. Like Paul Newman used to dip his head in ice in the morning. And I was like, that sounds great. And then I was like, I'm gonna try that. Self-care means to me exactly what it says. I mean, are you taking care of yourself? And there's like the luxurious moments of self-care where it seems like, you know, you get to do your masks, or you take a bath with beautiful bath salts, or the things that just feel like really nice to be able to do. But to me, the most important self-care is how we're taking care of our brain. So, you know, meditation, sleep, supplementing. That to me is where everything starts. You know, you can do as many face masks as you want. If you're not internally making yourself feel good, or at least trying to support feeling good internally, then it just doesn't matter. What advice would I give to my younger self? I always say the same thing. Nothing, because I think we're supposed to make mistakes. We're supposed to not know what the hell we're doing. That's the whole point. And hopefully, you know, you learn from those mistakes, or you learn from the things you did right. Like my son's now 19. Like I encourage him to fail. Like go fail, you know. Obviously be a good person and all of that, but you have to have moments where you feel insecurities and where you feel a lack of self-worth, or you feel, you know, you have to have those moments. That's part of growing up and part of like earning your stripes. Honestly, I would tell her she's doing fine. That's what I would say to my younger self. And all of your younger selves, you're doing fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a little bit more about me.